Hello everyone, very good afternoon. So today we are going to talk about our course, our course name is Understanding Biomedical Data and Machine Learning. So what this course's real meaning is, as we know nowadays is a lot of data is generated. Our healthcare system and our related medical data things is whenever we go to hospitals, for example, we go to a hospital, so what we do? We just provide our ID and they will see our all back history if we visit that hospital previously or not. So they are already storing our information and our data. And according to that, they are providing to prescribe that what type of disease we have and what type of thing we discuss them and we can describe those things. So what's the using? So that is the advancement about data, right? So, but now as we know that is coming to automation things like artificial intelligence, there is like machine learning and those things, new topics are coming surrounding to us. So those things, how we can going to be used, that machine learning is the most advanced technologies, or can say that more advanced models we are using current time, not only for the medical, we can using to the different fields. So those machine learning things, how to we gonna be used, how to gonna be apply in our this medical data thing. So in this course that we are going to summarize that, complete those things. So let's see, let's start for our today's class. So today class first topic we have to going to talk about to the introduction to intelligent healthcare system and medical information. What does it mean? For like I'm talking about the intelligent healthcare system, medical information. So that intelligent system, where is come from? That intelligent means intelligence is something they have beyond to, they can analyze, they can think about to, without to interfering, without to saying to the our as a users, we as a public, as a patient, based on our data we provide them, and based on our data they can find it that okay, what type of problem we have and those things how gonna be used. So that much intelligent we have creating our medical systems nowadays. So in this class we are going to talk about how this medical information system MIS is working and worked on those things. So let's see these are some references. So as like you know, we are talking about the biomedical healthcare and healthcare data and machine learning. So these are the prerequisite course you must attend that course, that KMOC one, that Songhon Hu machine learning, www.kmooc.kr website. If you visit that website, you can find this course, and you must know about this machine learning basics before to joining this course or before to attending our further future classes. So that is very helpful for you guys to be getting to, at least you have some basic understanding what is the real machine learning. Because in this class I'm not going to be explain all basic things of this machine learning. This class we are going to use machine learning as application for the point of view for the medical information, medical healthcare, how to using the machine learning, not what is the machine learning. We are going to discuss about that things, how to use machine learning in this class, right? So I highly recommended that please visit this the KMOC website and read that link, find that this course and must be register that course and learn that about before the machine learning. And except that machine learning is using for that is prerequisite, you must be understand what is the basic one. But except that one, I am using this following classes or following book like machine learning for healthcare application. Author Sachidanandan Mohanty, G. Malini, Priya, Om Prakash is published by the Vile in 2021. That is the most recent book. I got it, that one. So I recommend that you must follow these both things and you get the basic ideas, and our course is based on those books. So but not only complete course going to based on that complete book. We have I also change the book from time to time according to our applications, what type of applications we are discussing things. So I recommend, so you guys must go for to learn this, follow these instructions. So it will be helpful for you guys. Okay. So let's start for our course. This course We'll examine medical information system, types of MIS, that is short form of the medical information system, and general medical data, history of data collections, methods of data collections, platform with the diagnosis and treatment of the disease through the how they doctors, how to make these hospitals can be our disease based on this MIS, medical information systems. So it will be going to cover in this class about this whole MIS system, how to works and how to process our data in the systems. Okay, and the main core learning objective of this course is the medical information system are universal purpose for computer-based data storage of disease diagnosis, related medical data that help investigate medical clues and other patient information. So, as I'm using so many times like medical information system. What is that things? What is that meaning? That let's just see some brief introduction. Just for example, medical information system. We are talking about to our problems. What we have type of have any disease, coughing, cold, catch fever, anything. So what we did? We go hospitals, right? In the hospital, when we go to hospitals, what we did? We provide to our ID. They give us two prescriptions. Okay, you go to visit that doctor, and when you meet the doctor, you describe your disease. Like I'm coughing from last 2 days. I have fever. I have a headache. Those things you explain to doctors. Doctor put those information in the system and find it that okay, this thing. So doctors can be recommend some things, more information. Like if doctor thinks that your disease is something different, not casual, like it's a seasonal fevers coming. Like when season is changing, we have some issues, coughing and those coughing, cold and those things. So what the doctor said? Doctor said that okay, you go for this some following test, blood test, your some other test, X-ray, and then they are asking to you visit to another time. So those things, like first you explain your disease, your problem to doctors. Doctor put it in the system, and doctor recommend some testing to you. You went again testing shop, testing lab. You give them your blood and X-ray. You did that, and those information directly doctors can see in their own computer systems, right? So that system now, your X-ray, your blood test, your disease issues, these all stored in the medical system, medical information system. Is stored in some systems, some servers, right? That server is called that medical information system, so which using to be prescribed and finding your real problems things. So and following those three issues, so following to be the next time when you go to visit, next time you don't need to doctors don't going to ask you to go for the blood test again and those things. They just find it okay is not if not related those blood issues and those things. So then doctor not going to be asked to, if you go for the same type of symptoms, I have coughing, headache and those things, so doctor just find your report from the system and he can measure, okay, all thing is done, but this is a seasonal thing, so he just recommend prescribe you to new medicines for the same medicines thing. So that here, where it comes to information system, your first visit and second visit, that all during the first visit, what information you giving to the medical hospitals, they store your information. Next time you just give your ID, they detect your ID and find it first time when you come, and according to that they are recommending the system. So that whole system where those your disease or your problems information has calculating has been known by the doctors or by the nurses or by the lab peoples. They store in some server or some computer systems. That is called the MIS system. Okay. So this MIS system is completely detailed, describe the data collection of the healthcare system. How data collection means your data, your blood test, your X-ray report, your disease, your doctor prescribed some medicines for previously, those information all stored in the systems. So that is the data collections. They are collecting data and you are also explaining your symptoms to doctors. Those all information is stored in the system. So in this class we will also discuss the type of data collection, how to, what kind of types. We can collect the data and platforms. In addition, we will explore history of the medical information systems, and we will explore history of medical information system that we gonna be know when this recording system is happening, that your medical history record going to be is happening. Those history by yearly, we're going to see that one also. And however, the MIS healthcare course, this course will help to participants, help to you guys to get more detailed knowledge about the recent advancement of this wearable healthcare and those things. Like nowadays you can see we have a lot of wearable devices. For example, you can see this my watch. I'm using this watch. So that in this that is a Samsung smartwatch that can be providing to my blood pressure, my heart rate, that all record they can providing. So if I have any issues, so I can directly send this information to my phone. I can check, and those information directly I can send to the doctors without visiting the hospital, and doctor can see my data, and according to this data he can prescribe me online prescriptions. So like as you know that during COVID time no one want to go to hospitals, so but that type of whole system going to be help us. So in this class we are going to talk about this whole MIS system, how it's work, what is the history, how the process, how to data getting from the wearable devices, what is the benefit, what is the challenges, these all things. And the keywords of this medical device information system, MIS, data gathering, data collections, data analysis method, diagnosis and treatment through the MIS, through the medical information systems. These all things we're going to talk in our upcoming slides. So this is the introduction of this class. So we going to talk about to introduce MIS. What is the MIS system? As already I explained so things, but in the next slides, some coming slides, we're going to talk about to how to more MIS is, when it comes and how to this introduce. And we will talk about the types of medical information systems. We also talk the general medical data, how many type of data they are stored in this MIS system, history of the medical information system, collection of the MIS data through the various platforms, and also we give the example how to diagnosis and treatment of the disease gonna be happen through the MIS data. And finally we're going to conclude to our whole this class. Okay. So that's in the introduction part. So if you see in the pictures, we are talking about MIS, medical information system, where computer-based storage of disease diagnosis and related medical data. So if you see in the picture, there is a looking for some blue and red color things, right? So these are the servers, that medical servers, that where this data has stored. Okay, so that they are managing the data and storage the data. And nowadays is like if we are moving country to country, even though, for example, in Korea, if you are getting the treatment in the Korean hospital and in a Daejeon hospital, and when, for example, we want to move to some bigger hospital in Seoul and there, so that hospital doctors can directly access my disease information from these Daejeon hospitals things. We just need to provide their link and those informations where these are stored. Second, what is the purpose? So now I think you guys are already clear the purpose to storing this informations, right? So purpose is to help the decision maker. That decision maker is the doctors, X-ray machines and some robotics machine, to find the most appropriate medicine or track the patient health related informations. And it happen in the real time or could be historical data too. So what's the purpose? That first we talk about if we are storing this our information that disease or medical information is stored in somewhere, some particular places, in some servers. So easily to doctors can be accessed and they can review, they can find out our disease and they can give us to better treatment. If they don't have that record, then imagine that if they don't have this much record, we go every time, we have like coughing and those things, every time we just say that we have coughing. And he just prescribe some coughing syrup and coughing medicine, and that we come back, right? But if he has this storage, this information, then he can prescribe how long you have the coughing, what is the coughing style, like is something coming out from your mouth or not. So they are explaining those all particular things, and based on that they are recommending to go for some testing and that thing, and they get it the better explanation, get it the better understanding to your regarding your disease, and they can make the decision to you need to go for the testing or not go for the testing. So that type of something they are going to be taught. So that is the main purpose of this MIS system, and it's like MIS system is going to be happen in the real time basis, or could be the historical real time basis when just you go and you're just you have a smartphone, smart watches, those things you can immediately you can show that your data, your informations about to related your disease things. So that is the real time one. And real time the doctors can be ask you to go for the blood pressure machines, go for the they're going to check your sugar and those things. They can be also find out those in real time basis one. It does not take that much time. And historical data means that is your history background. Like if you go for some testing, like as you know, getting the visa for the Korean government is making the rule. You must go for the X-ray for your TB test, right? TB tuberculosis test. So that tuberculosis test is also like if you have get it, then they will ask that you background, like your family has this type of some disease or not, and like how long you have this type of issues. So they find out those historical data from you and get it those historical data and provide the systems to and give they can using to storing your historical data, managing that data also. Next we have the medical information system, like stores various kind of the medical data. For example, blood groups, sugar level, and blood test, and so many things. So your hypertension, you have high blood pressure, low blood pressure. So this type of medical information system is stores to the in a MIS system. So MIS data are widely accepted for the analytical use in the AI researchers. So what this data is not only storing for only for yourself, okay? It's just like you go to think that okay, my data this is my data, no one gonna access it. But that data is a help for the making the new research in the medical field, because lot of people everyone has a different body part, different things, different body structure, body thinking, body feeling, and all things. So and everyone has a unique in this world, right? So everyone has something different. So those things are every time is coming to new disease also. Like for example, this COVID one, last 2.5 years is going on, just going on. But that not data related to the COVID data. Not doctors are recommended some vaccinations, right? Pfizer, Moderna, that type of vaccines comes. These vaccines comes after 1 year, right? So this is happened because this COVID information, like what type of symptoms, what is happening with this COVID situation, this all is stored in the MIS system worldwide, and then each country's people, doctors and researchers are getting those data and try to do the experiments and try to find the solutions about these COVID problems, and that's with the help of that they are recommending. So this MIS data are accepted for the analytical purpose also, and for the using those new advanced technologies, artificial intelligence, machine learning to be help to analyze the data and recommend the problems, things. So this MIS data are stored in the file orientation data structure format in the servers, and it is rapidly grow in the future that need of the scientific sampling and analysis of improved drug and discovery. As I've given the example, come to this corona and COVID vaccines based on those scientific and data analysis things is done. And then MIS system is very important to terms of the clinical inspection and evolution of the disease also. As already talked about that. They are just reviewing and researching on the each people's, how many data they have collected and finding the differences, those differences between those data and recommending the data explanations things. So MIS, it can be also generate huge amount of statistical data. So statistical data, what's this mean? Statistical data means they have to find out the predictions, the data, make the hypothesis based on those MIS data, what type of disease gonna be possible to happen, or what type of vaccine going to be, vaccine is the solution of the COVID. That type of making some statistical analysis. They do some statistical analysis, and based on those statistical analysis, they are making making the decision for the predictions for the futures, what type of vaccine comes, what type of disease solution is there, what type of disease possible to come. So that type of things is help for the MIS. For MIS, information security is very highly concerned. As we say that everyone is going to access those data, and those data have to be provided to those informations we must to secure those data. Not like hackers not going to be modified the data, not going to be change the informations and those things. So it will be also like MIS security is also very highly concerned about those things. So people are think about that, okay, my data is going, the data is stored, but what about that after storing? If someone hackers or some attackers, they can just modify your data, then what the issue? Then nobody can be going to be guesses that you believe your data that you have or not, you have correct data or not. So trusted that security is also big concern, and MIS is also providing that type of some securities. So for this there is like one organization, HIPAA, Health Information Data Protections Organization. They are providing this about to data security, data privacy related issues. They have given these things. So that about to HIPAA we're going to talk about our further classes and further slides. And we have this last one, reduce the paper uses. That will be environment also. Like we need to think about environment as much as previously is going to be use the document, so much papers, cutting the trees and getting prescription on those things. So it's affect the environment. But is MIS system, if you store in all things in some servers and those places, and that can be easily accessible the worldwide anywhere, that is reduce the paper uses and protect our environment too. So that is the introductions of the MIS, and next we have to list all more about to the MIS, what type of data they are cleaning in nature of the storing. So MIS is integrative in a nature for the clinical data storage, and the ability to retrieve their historical data is provided to the, as we already I already discussed about the last slide, to historical data, about the historical data to be your from the beginning problem to till now, what is you have to changing and what is your issues to about the regarding the disease. They can be recommend those things. They can be accessed from the MIS system. So unbiased data are collected through various sensors and medical devices. Can be like smartwatches, body sensors, devices. So much new technologies, new sensors is coming that can be helped to be collect the data from our body, and they can be doctors can be analyze those data things. So in the current era, hospitals are the more responsible when conducting the medical research, collecting the data in pursuit of the making the useful artificial intelligence applications things. So these are the some data to be, so in the like for example, let's see how to hospitals are responsible. Like one particular hospital is going to a lot of people, so a lot of patients are going, and they're doing the testing, blood testing and X-ray, CT scan, so many things they are asking for, doctors asking to do the test and those scanning things. So those information is going to protect somewhere, right? So going to be stored somewhere, and it's stored in the MIS system. So it's not gonna be that much responsible. Like hundreds of people going in a day to hospitals, and all 100 people are going to be a blood testing. So managing those 100 people's blood test result is accurately and clearly, that is a more very responsibilities for the hospitals. So hospitals are trying to do these things with the help of making this MIS systems. And that's all about to the whole MIS system. We have talking about what is the introductions. So this is the whole talking about to the managing the data about your disease, your health data in the systems with the help of this MIS system, that medical information systems. And that's all for today's class. So thank you very much. Let's go for the next class.